Good evening. I welcome all the participants on this platform for today. I was at an airport where I saw a signage which read, in case of fire, do not panic. It sounds funny, but I think it's a very big quality to have a positive mindset in a difficult condition. And we have, luckily today, a very eminent speaker on this subject, Mr. Leon Chung. Mr. Leon Chung is an experienced orientation leader with demonstrated history of working in education management industry. Leon is an entrepreneur, public speaking consultant, health advisor, and works on guided entrepreneurship. With a strong education background in human resources, Leon holds an MBA and PhD. He has been frequently seen as a public speaker in HR domain, with topics ranging from human psychology, human behavior, interpersonal skills, and mindset. As an expert in his domain, Leon has partnered with a public speaking platform called Chatterbox. In the regular time, Leon loves reading, conducting counseling for people, and manages his family restaurant in Lucknow. So as diverse as that, you can keep a positive attitude. So over to you, Leon. Please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hello, as I've been introduced, I'm Dr. Leon Chung, and today we are going to talk about positivity. It was already there, but the problem was that we never understood it, or we were never taught. Most of the times, how many people are comfortable with English or Hindi? Can I get a raise of hands? How many are comfortable with English or not comfortable with English? Can you all please raise your hands? Because I think that's the first thing you should know your audience. So I think everyone is comfortable with English. So yes, the topic is positivity, and then let's see the contents. What you should have, that is your introduction, background, benefits, solutions, and what is the need of the hour also. So then when we'll come to introduction, like we know anything which is positive, which gives you good vibes, is called as positivity. Then it's very difficult as it sounds, but when we are growing up, just know anything which was told to you negative, would you do it? Suppose some teacher tells you, do not touch the wall. What do you do? All the students go and touch the wall. The reason is that there's always a question mark in the brain when you tell somebody do not do it, or whenever you tell your children you are stupid, you are foolish. Never tell them that, because they're all children and they are the building block of the society also. So you should see, then also here it says positivity is the superpower, also called as beliefs. What you believe ultimately becomes your power. At one point of time, people thought knowledge is the power, but what do you do of the knowledge? The economy is crashing, the market is crashing, people are losing jobs. Do you call that power? But the positivity to believe that yes, I can get out of this, that is your actual power. So if you see that a lot of people have actually made billions during this lockdown. Right examples are Warren Buffett and Amazon, Jeff Bezos. They all have made a lot of money, and their news also keeps coming out. Then what is our background of our mindset related to this positivity? One is your family, your society, where you're born into. It's very important, because if we see how the society has evolved, it's evolving very differently. Because mostly in the society, the technology has been using us rather than us using the technology. Then most of the times also we feel that why we cannot do it, or it's basically relating to our family that has brought us up. Most of our family is from self-employed or from employed background, right? What do they say? Go study hard, then what? Then after 11, 12, go again study, then we think of the branches we want. And then if you note in the branches also, we see that there are so many students applying for so very few seats. So this is what has been actually been happening, and that is where we also tend to lose our positiveness. But At the same time, there are many people who have done this on the other way also, like Walt Disney, Einstein, and uh, Jeff Bezos also, you can say, Steve Jobs. Most of them have been always told that you are a loser in their life. But they saw that what the crowd is doing something different. Then they have to do. So you have to create your own path. For that, again, you have to be positive and determine what you want. And so our society is a very big influencer. Then the religion we generally follow, our religious places are also our very big influencer to how our brain should work. And they are not wrong or right. It is just that where we have been brought up. Then as we grow up, you have to again understand that you have to change yourself. Then also our school, our education, where we all have our friends. When we grow up, we have certain set of friends that we are with mix and match. But then don't you think that at some time they feel obsolete or you want to actually break away from them? The reason is that somewhere our mindset starts to change. Everywhere our friends change up, and I don't know, your video is not showing up. Yes, can you see my video?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, because I'm getting
Yes,
a
sir.
notification that I get it. Yes. So then you see that your background is very important. That is your base. You cannot change it, but that is your base. But then, what are the benefits of having a positive mindset? It is always you will always focus on your good things. It's very important to have a right mindset when you do your work. So you see, your mindset determines your attitude, behavior. So it starts with your attitude towards something. Somebody shouts at you, "Hey, go and pick up that trash." What do you get it in your mind? Or you are going on the road and then somebody just hits you. How do you react to it? So that's your attitude that shows initially. And when you're positive or negative, that is how your behavior will reflect. You get angry or you are calm or you think of something else. Then that's how you take the action. Your action determines everything, and then it results in something. We all know what happens when an accident takes place. So, and then there's a performance to it. And if you take this to your job or to your business or to your dreams or to your studies, it's the same thing again. Most of the times when you notice, when the backbenchers or who have always been kept failing, what the teacher tells them, you can't do it. So their attitude is, okay, I can't do it. Then the behavior is, okay, I'll sit at the back, who cares? And then the same action comes up. They're disturbing the class, they are not very concentrating on the subject or what are the teachers saying, or making fun of something else. And then it results in them again failing, and then it sets down the performance. So you can see that this happens everywhere in every field. But then when you are moving up, many people tend to change their attitude. That will go on later how it works. Then focus on the good. Yes, when you are doing well and you are positive, no matter what the situation is, you'll always focus on the good things that happen. Everything, the whenever we fail, that is not the end result. The failure has got two aspects of it. One is we quit from it. That's the most easiest thing. Second is we learn from it, and then we say, okay, let's see what can happen again. Let's give it a shot again. Why not? Why not us? And if not now, then when? So you have to keep working for it. And it's very difficult again because it's the toughest thing to be positive every time. And most of the times there's so much responsibility, and we get so cooped up in our daily mundane life that we actually forget how to be positive. There's nowadays the corporate and any job space is very difficult. The work life has become very difficult. The working environment is now very tough. People demand so much from you. So it's very tough actually to believe that yes, there's positivity in it. But then, if not, then what is the solution? Most of the times we don't even have a solution. We don't even know, or we are never taught also. Just like I told our society. But then when you grow up and then it's what are the main thing is that avoid all the bad news. Yes, headlines you must read, but avoid all the bad news, avoid all your TV, avoid all the daily soaps, because it's just like your house that is just lying vacant, or even where you are living. If you notice, the dust just comes in by itself, or you get it in. If you see that it settles in by itself. So negativity also you cannot help it. It just settles in your subconscious mind. So, but when you read all the negative stuff and all the news channel, all the social media, everything that is happening regarding religion or whatever to get the TRP up, what it does is that you are getting in more dust into your life again. So it's very difficult. But then you can avoid it. Best part is just to avoid it. Then never use such kind of words: can't, no, impossible, I cannot do it, or I'm very stressful. Don't use such kind of words. Even for your children also, it's very important when you're growing up. But then we don't use it on our children. So what is the point? So never use such kind of words even to children. Then you're settling in the dust into their brains. So, but when dust settles in our house, then what do? We take a cleaning. We do cleaning, right? Uh, so, how do you clean yourself? Is that firstly you start surrounding yourself with positivity. No negative. Just say no negative. Even if you have to take out the TV, just take out the TV. Then anybody in the house saying negative, just stop them. Even among your friends, colleagues, anything, just stop. Anywhere you are having a gossip group, you have a lot of tea groups, cigarette groups that keep working on, just say stop. Don't involve yourself in that negativity, because it's then you're just trying to get not clean your dust. So you can see in the photo also, just then exercise. Yes, have a very good exercise routine, at least half an hour to 45 minutes. In a brisk walk is also called as exercising. Then exercising also doesn't mean you do it early in the morning. It has never been said that you should always do it early in the morning. Yes, you get good oxygen early in the morning, but then it has never been said that you can not exercise early in the morning. So just have good exercise. Then most of the times you're talking on phone, you walk or you can do sit-ups. Many people say we are so busy in our schedule that we cannot do exercise. But just get up from your chair 15, 20 times and just sit up. You'll find that you are actually having a good exercise. That while talking on phone also, we are mostly sitting or lying down. Just have a walk. 15, 20 minutes is a good walk also. Then have a good ample sleep. Eight, eight, 6 to 8 hours. But on an average, you should get a 8 hours good sleep. And the best part to get a very good sleep is read some books rather than watching movie or closing it on your technology. Read some books, because whenever we are sleeping, our subconscious mind has to sleep, then only we sleep properly. Most of the times you will realize that when you are sleeping and then you get up, you're very tired. Just think what you did the last night. Did you close your sleep on a TV or playing on a mobile phone or watching a movie? That's because your subconscious mind is still working. So you have to read some books, and that's how your subconscious mind gets you sleepy. Because most of the times, even our children also, when they are studying, they sleep very fast than watching TV. The reason is that the books actually help you doze off easier. Then other than your commerce, science, math, engineering books, I know they are very boring and they haven't got many people that far also, same with me. So you should read such kind of books. Like there are some very good self-help books. Personality Plus is very important. Then Magic of Thinking Big is a very good book. You can Google all of these. Nowadays, you have a lot of spaces where you don't need to even read the books, and some are written here also. So all of these books, they help you understand what your life is and what you can get. Most of us in our 5-year plan, whenever we go for interview, we ask what is your 5-year plan. Generally we are talking what the company wants or what our job demands. Like I want to be a CEO in 5 years. I see your company is so great that I want to stay here. All that is just not your true self. But have you ever thought of financial freedom? Warren Buffett says that financial freedom is not by age but by your time and money that you have. So have you ever thought that? Bill Gates says that if you are not doing something what your time according to your time, then you are just working for someone else. See, now he's really into philanthropy and all that stuff. But can we afford that? So when you have the time and money balance, then we understand that how we are going to work out in our life. That should be your exact 5-year plan. That is what these books tell. We are not saying that job is bad or good, but to keep doing job, then it is you have to think over it. So that's how I went over it also, because I was also working for 4 to 5 years teaching management students. Then slowly you start to realize, is it worth what I am doing, or maybe I'm worth more. So then I went into this public speaking domain after reading these books. That yes, if I can impact people who really need impact in their life, that is what would matter to me also. So looking for significance of life also in future. Then as well as suddenly when you read a lot or you start associating with good people, you want to feel that yes, I could be an international speaker. People should know me. So that's how I got into this domain. And then I quit my job in 2017. Uh, Many people say it's about money, but then yes, you have to compare your time to your worth. Maybe you are better somewhere else, right? A good job, it's a very comfort zone life, which I didn't want. So I was always a looker, and that's how we got into this. And luckily, I was invited. Then you again have to think what is the need of the hour. A lot of job situations, I keep following some articles which says that 60% of the workforce is now redundant. But if you think also yourself, and if you all are already in this scenario, think it was actually already redundant. This was just a catalyst that got you to this bombing thing. The education what we study, I think most of our MBA management books are all theoretical. They don't practically work. The basic is there, but then when you go into the job field, I've had many students who are studying finance are now into marketing. Most of my friends who studied marketing are now into operations. Why? Because the company understood how a person should work or what is their positive side, which most of us don't realize. But if we realize our potential, it's just about opening. We drive our own bus. Our subconscious mind is we are the driver, not somebody else. So once you unlock that power of belief or that positiveness inside you, you see that there's no barrier that can break you up. Just keep having a lot of ideas, like Oyo rooms. He's just 23 or 24 years old, and then he started this Oyo concept when he was in his 20s. So he just got the idea, and he had the belief, yes, it could work, and it did work. Flipkart, Amazon, uh, and a lot of many examples you can get nowadays. So you see that this is the world of the 21st century, but we all it's stuck still in the 19th and the 20th century. And be more creative. Nowadays, you don't see much creativeness also left in the schools, in your colleges, and everything is just study. You have a 8 hour school, and then after that you are going again on tuitions, but then there's no creativity left in the children. So how do you expect the children to also grow? Then yes, keep having dreams is very important. Most of us have even forgot what dreams are. Again, when you're growing young, we all used to dream we'll be a pilot, we'll be an astronaut, or whatever we all have, footballer. But then when you reach your class 10th, 11th, 12th, what happens? Then when you get married, you get a job, what happens again? Do we have a dream, or are we just following a monotonous life? One more way to enhance is don't do something what you are doing yesterday, or it will give you the same results what you were getting yesterday. So suppose you ask somebody what do you want, he says I want to spend time with my family. But then you ask his routine, he says, I'm working 10 to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Have you thought of doing something else? He says, no, I don't want to do. Then how do you have time with your family then? Or you want to go on a vacation? Nowadays it's a lockdown, but vacation is what everybody wants, right? With this, especially with their family. So think about it, what you can. Then yes, success. There's no definition of a proper success, but what's the crux of success is that basically you should have freedom of time, money, and health. That is called as success. It's not about you are having too much money, it might give you success, but then yes, freedom does give you success. And how do you get freedom? By getting the amount of money that you desire without you giving that time. So there are a lot of investment opportunities, businesses that have done that also. So you should define your own success. And then yes, a lot of money is very important over there. And one more thing, what I would like to say is that start with meditation and yoga and all that also. It does help because the every channel of your body is all determined by your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is more stronger than your conscious mind. If you look even in your real life, when you when you want to have a haircut, you just go for a haircut. When you are uh, cutting your nails, tying your shoelace, initially it feels the pain, but then after it just becomes a routine. Same is with positivity. But there's a caution also over here. Most of the times when we feel we are too positive, we go again to the comfort zone. So you must get out of that comfort zone. Just make yourself always uneasy. Just like Steve Jobs said, stay hungry, and stay foolish. We must keep doing that also in our real life. Connect the dots. Connect what you did yesterday. You can only connect it in the past. You can't forecast the future. Nobody forecasted COVID situation. But what you are doing now, and if you keep building it, you might never know when you might need it tomorrow or what might happen tomorrow. So I like to end